Hello, hello, everybody out there, internet land. How's everybody doing? What is bonking, internet? It is us, the No Skill Boys, and we are back with another episode of the No Skill Podcast. Yes, we are back once again, and we have a special guest with us. You might notice that we're a little Green Goblin short, but that's perfectly fine because we found the perfect substitute. Ladies and gentlemen, put your gremlin hands together for GhostDotMidi. Hello, sir.
Hey, good to be back once again. It's nice being here. Seeing
This is like
y'all.
what? This is like what? You're like your fourth or fifth time on?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's become a
It's
regular.
awesome.
And not to mention, he's coming back to us once again, but this time on our 50th episode. We're halfway to 100 already.
100 episodes of this podcast, of the shaboingery and the fuckery that we get up to. And then we have our 2-year anniversary podcast coming up too, so look forward to that. 2 years of No Skill. But speaking of No Skill, I am your lovely host, the J. And then next to me is, as usual, Brendan.
Hello.
And a little bit of a continuation from a topic that we had a couple of weeks ago, roughly a month ago, when we had a special guest on, Lazy. If you guys remember in that episode, we kind of derailed a little bit and started going on a Call of Duty tangent because we are all Call of Duty kids. And I had to hard force stop it because we were still trying to get to know Lazy, but we did say we were going to schedule a podcast where we were just going to vent about Call of Duty. This is that episode, ladies and germs, so buckle up. You got 3 passionate people about Call of Duty about to talk about Call of Duty, the ups, the downs, and
more downs.
The downs.
Yeah, more downs and more downs. Down to the fucking rabbit hole. Come on, man.
And so let's
rough.
not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So you guys, when we were having this, when we were first having the episode with Lazy, trying to get to know Lazy, you guys kind of went off, and I kind of want to pick up there, especially with the mid-season update being out. I want to get your opinion on it because we spoke about it on our Tavern Talk last week. So with this mid-season update, what are your opinions on it right now?
Well, I'm not playing. If that's any indication, I'm playing other games right now.
Bro, I've been very much been bored since the mid-season update. Like, I didn't really bother to grind out with the whole camo stuff or even the newer weapons that came out. Like, and the new map is just I don't know, man. Like, I'm honestly grown tired of this season already because I got really hyped with the launch of it, and now it's just like, yeah, no. I'm losing interest at this point with the season. Like, this is like the first time that I actually like gotten really bored of a COD season since I think even BO4's like Battle Pass pretty much back then. Because goddamn, because like the first Battle Pass we got for BO4 was like you had to reach up like 200 tiers to get like pretty much everything. I'm like, dude, someone who is this fucking tryhard can just get this shit done instantly. But I mean, back to it. The new weapons are nice. It's like
you actually like
the FTAC and the automatic deagle. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! And then I instantly fucking just went and just ripped them already. Like I ripped the FTAC and the automatic deagle on both of my avatars, the Shadow Company and the I fucked up. I clicked the button, but I put them on the 2 unreleased skins that I've released into this game, which is the Milsim Shadow Company and the Milsim Alcatala one, and pretty much for the Shadow Company I get in the automatic deagle, and for the Alcatala one the FTAC, and they run really good like on here because it feels like a machine gun pretty much, like of a recoil I can't even control. Like it's fun, like I'll give you that. But the in-game wise, it felt like more like for the FTAC to feel like the Cold War's TAC 9 when you equip the full auto barrel or I think it was the muzzle, and it's just playing with zombies. It's like it's so much fun. Like it's so much fun using it. And then The Deagle is goddamn. You can like make that shit be a long range sniper rifle or some shit, and like have like a fucking a foregrip with a long scope, and then I think even even like an extended like muzzle too. And yeah, I mean, goddamn, the weapons are great, but everything else with the skins that are dropping, the skins are disappointing. I'll give you that. Like,
Well, let's just stick to the guns real quick, just because.
Right.
Yeah, we spoke about on the tavern talk. Well, we talked about the Deagle. We didn't really get to talk about the Tech 9 because I started spazzing. I had a differing opinion of the Deagle. I didn't care for it. I thought, like, this is just me here. I said on the TT. I thought it was just kind of lazy that you brought back another gun where you could have just gone to the coding and then switched it from semi to full auto. But instead, they made a whole new ass gun based off another gun.
I think it could have been as easy as adding either a full auto barrel or a full auto trigger or something, as in like an attachment, not just putting a straight up new gun just to say it's a new gun. In reality, all we got was an F-Tac, which is basically a damn primary.
Oh, don't you forget, we had throwing stars too. That was delayed since season 2, and then they brought that back in season 3 Reloaded. They're very late with that. Like,
aren't they like like 2 hit if you land them?
It's 2 hits in the torso, and it's 1 hit in the head, and you can't pick them up after you throw them.
I'd rather have throwing knives. Just saying.
Honestly, true. I would rather have them.
You made a more complicated throwing knife, but you can just carry. But you can carry more of them. Like, I think you can carry like
you can't pick them up.
You carry the 5 and shit. Yeah. If you have like Savage on or some shit. Like,
okay. Yeah. So like
campaign.
And then when it comes to the F-Tac Siege, or the fucking Tech 9, let's be real here, okay? But even I thought, like, okay, when I saw how much it was already getting used, the F-Tac Siege bare bones, without any attachments, no tuning, no nothing. We were playing shipment. It was just people running Tech 9s and riot shields, and they were dominating us. And earlier today, I actually found a build for the Tech Tech 9, the F-Tac Siege, and oh my god, this thing is a self-sustaining laser. Like the build came with the proper tuning that you need and everything. You stick on a 72 round drum, and you essentially don't need to press Y to go back to your primary ever again. That thing is scary good. So now, I agree. I think the Siege is great, but like every other new gun that we receive in Call of Duty, at some point they're going to nerf it. So if you were to be like, if you were a developer, and I want both of your opinions on this. So if you were a developer and you now see the resurgence of this Tech 9 being used almost too much.
It reminds me of Cold War when the Tech 9 came out.
So then what do you... That. Oh yeah. But now, so you as a developer, if you had to take affirmative action to balance this thing or nerf it, what are you taking away from it? What are you increasing? What are you decreasing? How are you going to make this thing less effective as it is?
Honestly, if it's the long barrel, I would pretty much of course, is decrease the damage a bit too much because it's already OP in short range. Even when you if you're using the short range barrel they have when you equip it, that shit's still a monster like any other barrel. But if it's a longer barrel, it would pretty much be better off if it's not. What am I talking about?
Here, I can read off the build that I found that I was using. It's a Bruin Pendulum muzzle, a Heist LW stock, F-Tac Stead rear grip, an FJX Diod laser, and a 72 round drum. So now you're giving it a lot of recoil suppression, so it's easier to handle. It was already pretty easy to handle.
Yeah.
But now with the muzzle, you're giving it damage range.
Now let's be real. It does not need all that recoil suppression. All you're doing is just making that thing a point and shoot laser. So this is what I would do. Just its base stats alone. I know adjusting attachments is a lot more complicated to them because, they have so much trouble nerfing shit. So I won't even tell them, don't even touch the attachments. Only thing you're going to do is reduce effective range, increase recoil by quite a bit to make those recoil suppression attachments more warranted. And I think what you're going to have to do just to make people have to be like, I have to put this on, but I'm going to be really slow with it. At least increase the time it takes for you to go from hip or from sprint to fire on like those big 72 round or 50 round mag. I forgot the other attachment was. But if it increases their ammo, make them slower.
Like aim down, like increase the aim down sight speed,
or increase the
speed.
Weight of the gun more when you're using those, because it feels almost like it doesn't really affect it at all. And people are just running around with those things, no problem on shipment.
Menaces to society.
Yeah.
Because again, the gun is fantastic, and this is the one time where I'm like, dude, I actually kind of want to get a build for this gun because I'm actually having fun with this gun. This is the first time outside of the KV broadside, and I only made a build for that one because the fucking meme. But this is the first time that they introduced a gun that not only A, I was excited to use, but B, I was having fun using it. Where I'm like, okay, this might actually be in my normal loadouts now. What? That's crazy. I have to replace one of my sniper rifle classes? Fuck. Which one do I get rid of?
As much as it was fun, it's not a secondary replacer to me. I'll still run the Akimbo X12s over it.
I still run I have like two classes that have the FTAC Siege on it, but the rest of them have Akimbo X13s because I'm an adult. I still find the X13s fun, even though they got nerfed to piss. I still find them very, very, very fun.
I just run the semi-auto version, not the full auto, and it's just as good.
And then I need your guys' opinion on it because I've been hearing it is a meta gun. It's becoming a meta gun. It's going out of the meta rotation because I hate that term meta. We all know this, but it's the one gun that I haven't used. Your guys' take on the Cronin Squall, starting with you.
Oh. That shit fun as hell. That shit's so fun as hell. Like, wow, a battle rifle that I actually like instead of using literally the FTAC and shit. Or no, like the FTAC, like recon or fuck.
Yeah.
That shit was so much fun. But like using it for I mean, it was pretty cool to use it on Alex since because I've been really getting a lot of requested weapons with people wanting me to bring in just the same weapons that I already ripped, and it's like starting to become boring. And I'm like, if someone like ever commissions me something without a requested weapon, I'm just gonna put the new weapons in because I had not ever got the chance to put in the new weapons in. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring in the Corey for Alex because it's fun. Like it's so fast and shit. Like you can like 2-hit someone like mid range.
Yeah, I've been seeing that thing delete people in Warzone. Yeah. Like a fucking battle rifle is murdering people in Warzone effectively. Wow.
And it's pretty good in multiplayer too. Like Ghost said, 2-shot most of the time. If you can get away with a headshot, I think on a certain range, it's a 1-shot. It's a fun gun. But I can definitely see that it needs a bit of a nerf in some aspect. Because it's pretty ridiculous.
Acknowledge me.
Well, think about it. It's kind of like a Man of War from BO3 or the Rampart.
Ooh.
Slow firing, 2-shot kill, just high damage battle rifle that has the distance to back it up, the damage range to back it up. It's a good gun.
I missed the Man of War though.
Yeah, it's a good gun. The iron sights are not terrible. Though I'd probably prefer a sight with that thing in some situations. I don't know. It's just a good gun, and I can see it needing a nerf at some point.
Because then when it comes to battle rifles, I don't really use battle rifles. I have them maxed out because I hated the fact that you needed to get this gun to this level to unlock this attachment that you want to use on this gun. Just so that way you can unlock this attachment for this other gun that you're trying to do, and you're going down the entire ladder, and it's a pain in the ass. But I didn't really, outside of getting them to max level, I didn't get to really experience the battle rifles. So if you were to go, say, nerf this thing as a battle rifle, what are you touching first?
With that specifically, being that it's full auto, decent recoil, basically a 2-shot kill on most ranges, I'd say maybe increase the recoil just a tad and decrease the effective range, because I feel like the range on that thing, the 2-shot thing, is a little too generous.
Okay.
What about you, Ghost?
Oh, fuck! I lost sighted. Goddamn.
The Cronin Squall. Wow. We're gonna get into the maps next, but I just want to at least get the guns out of the way, because that's I know where we're gonna start, like ripping into the company and tearing them to shreds.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is really what I'm talking about.
So then, just give me a rundown of, like, when it comes to this Cronin Squall, because they're gonna nerf it. If you were a developer, what's one thing that you would drop outside of attachments? They're not gonna do that to the attachments. They take too long. What would you see them withdrawing from the Cronin? Damage range, TTK, more recoil?
I think more recoil, because honestly, because with every other battle rifle, they're supposed to carry around like a special little ammunition on all of them. So it uses 227, if I remember right, and 227 is really strong. It is really strong. It's really stronger than the F-Tac, pretty much. Like in full auto, it's like 2 hits, but then when you use the F-Tac like on single fire, it's like sometimes 1 hit, sometimes 2 hits. But for that being with the Chronon, pretty much, that shit is dangerously strong, and I honestly would like it to add more recoil for just only the base of it, for the base weapon, no attachments, because then it will be a lot more useful if you use, attachments to steady the recoil. But yeah, pretty much, I just wanted to have more recoil.
And I only preface this now when we talk about nerfs, we're also talking, or no, me personally, I only want to say base weapon nerfs, because let's be real, they are terrible at nerfing stuff, and if they touch attachments like they did with the broadside, it doesn't really work. And or these are the two things that could happen: B, A, the attachment becomes stupid strong for some reason, or B, it becomes useless, and that just gives us even less options. As it is, putting on attachments in Modern Warfare 2 is already pretty sketch, because most of the time people say it's better just to not put anything on it, because everything has a negative, and mostly everything wants to slow you down in some way. So that's my take.
So that's why I kind of miss, even though that's why I kind of miss the days of MW2 and MW3, where it was, okay, here's the which gun do you want to use? All right, do you like iron sights? No. Okay, here's a bunch of sights you can use so you can see differently. Do you want to hide yourself off the map? Yes. Okay, put on a suppressor. Put on a suppressor. But never once when you put those on did it actually change how the gun functioned. It was like, all right, put on a red dot and a silencer, so that way you can see better and nobody sees your shots on the map. Done. Easy day.
Yeah.
And now we've moved into an era of as much as it gives it a little bit more accuracy to IRL stuff. Like, okay, this type of sight you should be able to see a little bit longer down range. You put on these types of magazines, different shit will happen. So they went for a little bit more realistic, if you will, but at the same time, you created people to have the ability to create these meta builds that, if you're face to face, no matter how good you are, and I consider him and I to be pretty decent. Wow, words, pretty decent Call of Duty players, and we'll lose to these shitters all because their builds are designed to be spectacular. Whether they're good or not, we're gonna lose every time. So that's what's been driving me crazy. Like when the broadside with the fire breath rounds was at its peak. How many times in the game of shipment, it's like, okay, nobody's even throwing a flashbang, and I still can't see from how much fire is being spread right now. It was funny at the time, but holy shit, games were next to impossible to find because that's all it was just broadside hellfire.
Yeah, that was a good time.
And then they nerfed the fire breath rounds, forgetting the gun itself is still good. I still use it.
And they didn't touch the fire breath rounds for any other shotgun, so you just started seeing people use that other shotguns more prevalently with fire rounds, and it works just as good.
The Bryson. If I ever interact with somebody named Bryson in real life, I might just punch him in the face for the cause. Mm-hmm. Like, your name's Bryson? Wow, sorry, dude. I really hate that gun. What gun? You wouldn't understand. Just know I meant no ill will by that. But now, moving forward, Activision. We just want you to know that we are just gamers that love your game, and we are doing nothing but critiquing your level layout. We are not by any means slandering it. We are critiquing. We are critics in this aspect. Just so you know. Mm-hmm. All right.
Fuck you anyway, but all right.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Okay, so where would you boys like to start? The disaster that is Himmelmatt, the abhorrency that is Black Gold, the absolute degeneracy that is Lighthouse, or the absolute bore that is Oberon Hatchery? Where would you boys like to start?
Give me start off with the fact that well, off topic. Not all means with the, the developers of Overwatch 2. By the way, my condolences to them as developers, worked their asses off on the whole skins and the game and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to Activision pulling the fucking plug to just scrap the entirety of PvE that was planned ever since the announcement of Overwatch 2.
Mm-hmm.
That is so fucked up, yo. And it got me really excited about the campaign of it, because I was like, yo, I can actually finally play the campaign, and it's not going to be a limited time thing. It's actually going to be something like everyone's going to play like all the time, like Call of Duty pretty much. I don't know why the fuck in their fucking head to just get rid of it. Like, and it didn't even came out. Like, they've been working on this shit for like, how long is it? Like, what, 5 years since the announcement? Like 5 years they announced it and shit. Because like, holy shit, I'm like so pissed off of that, man. Like, and there's no point of Overwatch to it at all. No fucking point.
No,
like it's just an upgrade of just the multiplayer. That's it.
I wouldn't even say an upgrade. If anything, it's kind of a downgrade, because now you have no progression. You can't even earn loot boxes passively. You have to fucking buy them. Everything has come down to either you just play and nothing comes of it, or you buy shit from our store. That's it. Nothing else.
It's like Activision Blizzard, the two companies that make both games. Suck.
Yeah,
Jesus, man,
you're fucking up left and right. I mean, Overwatch 2, I was excited for it because we played a lot of Overwatch 1.
A lot.
A lot. And then they just downgraded to this sad state. Oh my god.
I quit Overwatch. Like, I quit Overwatch because when I heard the return of Black Ops 4, I came back to Call of Duty pretty much after that because in Overwatch I was a whole like one trick Reaper main back in the day, and like pretty much and then competitive I was pretty much like diamond and once mastery. But then I had that whole meme thing with myself of me being a one trick main of only Reaper because I love the shotgun so much. I love invading from people, and I love teleporting too from behind and just pretty much. I love him. One of my favorite characters. Not because he's edgy. I like his play. I like shotguns. That's it. And I like just throwing my fucking my guns out and then putting them back out of my ass or some shit. So. But the curse I had, every new season that would drop, I get diamond, 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 diamond. Like I got diamond constantly until I just stopped playing it around till I think season 12, I believe. Like everything was all this diamond, except for one season I reached master, and then I just never got it again. Like I was like, damn.
See, and I personally have no problem with like quote unquote one tricks. Like, if you are great at that character, by all means, use it. I say this as we come off of a loss from Smite, where we had like a level 1000 prestige Zeus main. So essentially, when the game came out, he's only used Zeus and nothing else. So if you're good at the character, please, by all means, use them. The only time being a one trick gets really annoying is if somebody else goes to use that character and you get defensive, or like we've had this with one of our ex-friends. If you pick the character that he liked, he was trying to leave the game.
Dude.
He would leave the game, he would leave the Xbox Live party, he would just fuck off.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that's kind of what everybody was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's kind of what everybody was. Every game I play, it's just this one dude who plays Overwatch, and then everyone would be checking my stats. I'm like, are you really one trick main because your name was Reaper in your name? And then they just check and they're like, oh my god, he actually is a Reaper main. I'm like, oh shit. And then they just let me have play as him, and then I beat the game for them pretty much. And I hate the audacity of people telling me like, yo, let me play Reaper. If you play Reaper, we're gonna lose. If you let me play Reaper, we're gonna lose. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, let me see your stats. Oh, you never even touch Reaper. Shut the fuck up. Let me play Reaper. You be a healer or whatever the fuck you can do, because goddamn, like it's annoying. But that was like that back in the day. Now it's just the same shit. I got bored of co-op. No, competitive. I mean, I got bored of it and just moved on. And try to be a casual, and even being a casual still fucking sucks. So you know what? I just quit the game entirely and just went back to play Call of Duty again. I think it was at the time I was playing. I think the time when I was playing Overwatch, I was playing also COD World War II when it came out, and then I got instantly bored of it and just quit pretty much for a little while until I came back. But yeah, I don't know. Overwatch co-op was insane. It was so competitively well done. I'll give you that. Like, I love
it was a lot faster to get into games outside of if you were playing Warzone, you have to wait 5 minutes before you can go into another game. Because Overwatch was the game that we would go to when we got tired of COD, and then when we got tired of Overwatch, we went to COD. So there was a good, I'd say 2, almost 3 years. If it was COD, Overwatch, sprinkling some Smite every now and again. COD, Overwatch.
You forgot Siege.
Oh yeah, and Rainbow Six.
Fuck Siege.
Fuck I Siege. Love it, dude.
I fucking hate Siege.
It's so much fun.
Oh, we love it.
Oh, one hit. Wow, my favorite. I love getting one hit through the wall. I love that, and I have to wait 5 fucking minutes to then play the game again, and they get spawn shot. Like. No,
but that's what makes the game fun, because now, especially a guy that's used to running and gunning and being an irresponsible fuckhead like me, I now am forced to play tactfully and actually care about my life and my teammates, and then my teammates team shoot me because it's funny.
I don't know. Like, Siege isn't really my kind of game because
it's not for everybody.
The game is just more about tactical shit, and I mean into tactical shit. I don't care about like fast paced and want to just get like this one game done and then move on to the next. Now wait like 30 minutes of a match to finish. Like I don't like that at all. Like
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I just want to point out, hello, I said he's not into tactical shit. He's dressed like Solid Snake.
What? I love Metal Gear, and Metal Gear doesn't involve cocky players. Like, come on. Speaking of that,
you excited for the remake?
The remake?
Fuck yes, dude! I cannot fucking wait for the remake, man.
Let's go.
I've been fucking waiting for this moment to fucking happen. I literally have every single Metal Gear game I ever got, and because my first Metal Gear game was 2, because my brother like he played the shit out of it on the PS2 back in the day, and then and after he left from the military, and then left me all these games to take care of. Metal Gear 2 was the only game that I didn't even know what it was about until I saw the gameplay, the movie games of it. I'm like, this shit's so funny and stupidly hilariously fun to watch. Like everything in the whole franchise alone was so stupid. And I thought like the first game was about the first game first was Metal Gear 1. I thought that starts the story, but then Metal Gear 3 was the start of the whole story. But no, not even that. The Metal Gear on the NES or where the whole storyline is so fucking confusing. Like what the fuck? It's this and that. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's the scary part, is it's all canon, spread across all those games, across all those consoles, across all those platforms. The entire story is canon. And there's a video somewhere on YouTube, I watched it once, where they actually break down every ounce of story based off of what game and what console you're on. And it all ties in together. And even then, at the end of it, you're like,
what the fuck?
What in the hell did I just watch? But
what does that remind me of? It reminds me of another game that was like that.
No idea.
Fuck.
I just can't wait to see that girl's tits in like high res now. No, I'm not even gonna lie.
If they show it with how everything is being censored now,
I don't care. They better not. She was supposed to be the hot sex relief blonde. You can't have the hot sex relief blonde not be sexy. If you take away her sexy, I'm gonna be very much not happy. Yeah.
Oh my fuck. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm wondering. Goddamn. Okay, the only thing we got was just Snake. That was it. I'm fucking curious to see what the other characters will look like. But the one thing I'm really worried about of the whole remake. Now, I hope to God this is like a newer remaster of it, because I don't want to be like a reused copy paste from that arcade machine that was in Tokyo. The arcade machine that was Metal Gear Solid. I really hope to God it's if it's that, okay, that's understandable. But like it's half of it like just reused from the arcade machine. Okay, that's fine. But I want to see some new shit. I want to see some really good shit. And I think the best part of all with this remaster is that it might be running on the Fox engine, pretty much the same engine that used the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine. Because if it is, dude, imagine how fun that shit is gonna be. Like Phantom Pain, holy shit! Like, I cannot fucking wait. Unless it was a new engine, no, we'll see.
I've also been wanting to get back into this, try to steer us back on topic here. But your conversation about competitive with Overwatch and stuff like that kind of reminds me of my own curse when it comes to like ranked game modes and like any like FPS or whatever. I have that curse of either always being stuck in Platinum or Diamond, because either I'll get bored of ranked play or I'll go play something else. Because I'm not a competitive player. I used to be heavily back in like Ghost and prior. I used to be in teams, do game battles and all that stuff and compete for actual money. But I haven't been that competitive in years, since like after Ghost going into AW. So I've always had that curse of Platinum or Diamond. It doesn't matter. I'm always in that little section of player base.
I'm in aluminum.
Oh,
Because I consider myself a decent COD player. The problem is, I just don't either. I don't give enough of a fuck, or also, doubling back to the maps. Some of the maps bore me to where I just don't fucking care to play them. And
let's start with my good old favorite, Himmelmat.
See, Helmet on a scale, I'll say this much. Here's what we'll do. We'll give it a rating, and then we'll each give it a rating out of 10, and then we'll say our stance on it. So I'll start. For Helmet, I will give it a 5 out of 10. All because I think the map is a bit of all right. It's one of those, you have such potential, but right now it doesn't make any sense. Like, the layout doesn't make any sense, but it's still somewhat playable. Ultimately, it would just come down to who you're facing off against, and are they going to hide behind every door ever? Because we went into a game on Himmelmat, and there was a dude literally camped out behind the chairs on that stage set, just laying down behind the chairs. And then you killed him. He had a buddy to the right hiding behind an open door. He was wearing essentially an all blacked out skin, so you could not see him immediately.
Oh,
yeah, it's one of those guys. Another complaint that we have, but we won't get into right now. So I personally will give Himmelmat 5 out of 10, purely on the basis of I can play against you. I can play on this map. The only downside is your map layout doesn't make any sense, and how toxic is the enemy team that I'm going to be facing against. And with Call of Duty in this current landscape, pretty fucking toxic. So then we'll swing it down over to you, Monsieur Ghost. Rating out of 10, and then give me a reason why.
4 out of 10.
All right.
It's Shoe House, but on crack. That's it.
Woof.
Because it's just a whole. I didn't get to really play the map, but I've seen gameplay of other YouTubers playing it.
Okay.
The whole time they've been doing is long range. They've been long ranging the whole time. You've been seeing building the building of other players killing each other. That's all I've been watching the whole time. I'm like, and the map is huge too. Like, it's fucking huge. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it's so confusing. Like, you have to like crouch around to like not get yourself killed and shit. And like, you're trying to like fucking see like where everybody is. Now everybody hiding in the corners or whatnot in the big warehouses, and like, I don't know. It's I don't really like the map personally. I don't. And the map is too big too. Like, look at them, and again, we're making the maps too fucking big for a 66 experience, even though this should have been like a 12v12 experience. Like, come on. Like, Jesus, man.
Which is understandable. Like, I get it. So that's why we're just gonna leave it this. We're a tier list. We're just gonna put Himmelmat Expo at mid.
Mm-hmm.
Mid, leaning towards not good. Because there are maps that are worse. It's called Turok. Anyway. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. Monsieur Brandon.
So,
rating out of 10 on Himmelmat, and why?
I'm going to give it a 4, Chief. 4 out of 10. Because I feel like it, just like with Ghost, it's kind of like a shoot house, but on crack. But only difference is that one side of the map, the middle is completely open, and the other side of the map, it is a building where there's a lot of places for people to camp, and a stage area to where if you spawn on the right side, on the good side of the map, you just have a full second floor area that people can just camp and kill people down looking at the stage, and it's very one-sided.
It reminds me of that subway station map from Battlefield 4, where if you spawned on the upstairs side, you essentially won.
Sometimes.
Oh,
Operation Metro.
Metro, yeah. But other than that, I think the map just looks good, but it doesn't play good at all. I don't care for it in any mode at all. Doesn't matter which one it is, I just don't like it. The playstyle is too slow and the map's too big. I feel like I'm running most of the time. That's the case of a lot of maps, really, but
So understandable. So now let's put the shoe on the good foot, and we're going to go in reverse order, starting with you, Brandon. What one thing about the map would you change to make it better?
Cut it down some size, you know.
Okay. Scale it down.
Scale it down.
Yeah, scale it down. Like they could have just done it like what they did with the gunfight maps, where they took the fucking museum map and they just mashed it like close to each other, and they made that to a small map.
What they
I'm very glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm glad they added fucking face-off mode because that's a lot more fun than
and then
playing
they got rid of
multiplayer.
Yep, then they got rid of it, just like shit, man. Fuckers. Hi.
They got rid of it this next playlist update, or this last one. What I would do, cut it down. If I'm going to make any changes to the map, I think that outside portion, unneeded. I think what they could do is expand more on the building and make it like at least halfway through the map, not the entire way, maybe up to the edge of the pool, and make all that an inside section, kind of like its own little. You know that one face-off map in Cold War where it's like you're in a mall or like some sort of store or whatever.
Oh yeah,
kind of like that. Just make it like make it instead of a pool. Just get all that space that you just took away. Make it into like an indoor store kind of thing where the stage is still there and all that section is still there, but give it like a store with, if you have to, because I know they love the elevation, keep that upper bar area, but just have some stairs leading up to it on both sides, or like a long hallway where there's multiple stairs. You know, just something. Just no outside portion, because that outside portion, honestly, is pretty dead most of the time we play that map anyway, and everyone's always in the building area.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you said downscale.
Downscale.
And then you're also saying downscale.
Yeah, I agree. I would like it to be downscale and shit.
If I could change one thing about the map to make it a little bit more playable, instead of having outside by the pool all those like different random little cabana buildings, I would just combine and make it into one building.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I wouldn't downscale it. I would leave it the size it is, but take away the needless having to run through these buildings or run around them, because now you're making, in a game of knockout, take longer because I have to go around these buildings when it'd be easier if I could just go through them.
Are you basically kind of like saying like that
one,
like that one big like warehouse map in 2019? You remember that one? Where it's just you're in a big building, you just rush at each other. It's not too big, it's not too small. That map was all right.
So I'd say for that one, just find a more productive way to use these buildings, because at the end of the day, all those buildings are good for is if somebody started shooting me from that top window overlooking pool. Okay, you gave me a spot to hide for 3 seconds while I heal, but now I also can't move because they have my sight line. They can shoot me as soon as I leave. So I'm dead either way. So it's either chow and die in a blaze of glory, or sit there and do nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm going with option A. I'm dying. Yeah. But I'm going to look cool doing it. So real quick, moving...
I was saying, real quick, I think it's about that time.
I was about to actually do that. I was about to transition into an ad read.
Well, yeah.
That's why I was really rocking. Well, ladies and germs, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to hear from our partner, Dubby. Take it away, other than me. Whew. Well, that was fun. Oh. Hey, gamer. Still can't clutch up in Warzone? Still no victory royales? Still maidenless? It's time to change how you play, son. Drink Dubby, the delicious gaming energy supplement that'll help you achieve that epic play of the game. Now head on over to w.gg and use our code NSE for 10% off your total order. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the battlefield.
Hey everybody out there on the internet, NoSkill Mike here to invite you personally to our NoSkill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big, wonderful world.
And we are back. Hello. Hopefully you enjoyed that pretty little ad read. Thank you once again, W, for hanging out with us. You are cute, you are adorable, and you are the most responsible human being, and I hope the best for you. Now back to the matter at hand.
I'm going to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
We can still talk about the maps, but I think we need to cut it down to where we just get general opinions, no ratings or whatever, because we still got another more important topic to discuss.
Right.
Okay. So then we'll speed it along. Next up on the list, the next two should actually go by really quickly because I don't play them when they pop up. So your opinion on Lighthouse?
That's the map with the remake, right?
Yeah.
The map with the estate.
It's too
building.
fucking big.
Yeah.
Too fucking big. Too fucking big.
I think it
Too
sucks.
fucking big. It sucks. That map is more focused more on just objective modes because people who were complaining so much about it. It's a free for all or a team deathmatch, but I don't think that map was meant to be for those two modes. They're meant to be more of like objective based modes like domination or headquarters and maybe even like search and destroy type modes. But that map is too big. Like apparently there's a clip of some YouTuber who went to the edge of the map and he was still going and he got to the water part and he was still swimming till he got the little countdown mark. I'm like, bro, why the hell did they make this shit so much bigger? Like what the bigger? Like what the fuck? Like what the actual fuck? And like I don't know. Like for me, like look, I'll be honest. Like I said before, I didn't really care much about the season. I didn't get really a chance to play any of the new maps. The only map I did take a try out though was the night vision map.
Fuck
I would
that
say
map.
that I would say me personally, I like it. And it's probably because I have never got the chance to ever play like night vision maps since 2019. And just like this is like the only map that we got that's only night vision. And it made it a lot of fun playing it.
My only reason for chalking it into I don't care for it is you're essentially making me wear nogs, which I don't mind wearing. But even if I had the option to take them off, it's next to pitch black outside. That's
exactly.
Like, and I don't want to have to rely on a hip fire laser sight. Okay, I like ADSing my way. I like actually pointing down a sight line. So the fact that now I went from being able to do this to just like this isn't going to work for me, Chief. So I guess it's just more of the restricted freedom. So when it comes to Black Gold, I will play Black Gold over Lighthouse, but just I won't be happy about it.
I don't care for it at all. I never cared for realism. Back when they had realism in like 2019, you remember that mode where the night vision modes were? I never really cared for them, so I don't really care for this either.
Bro, playing Black Gold on the mode cranked was so fucking terrifying because you're in the dark. You're trying to fucking find people, but like it's still dark out even with your night vision goggles. You have 20 seconds to kill someone. And it's like, dude, the map is so fucking huge. Like I can't even find anyone. And I look at my player score and I'm like, there's still 6 fucking people alive. Where the fuck are these players at? And like, boom, I fucking exploded. Like, what the fuck? And like, that's
I noticed that. What any other game that was cranked, I was always able to keep the timer going or just die in a fight.
Yeah.
This is the only game that I've actually exploded multiple times just because I cannot find people.
No. Oh no.
They're hiding in their spawns or hiding in the edges of the map, or just the map is just that big.
Yeah.
Like when we played that one game of Giant Infection on the expanded border crossing map.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a
dude.
chance to play that. I heard it's really
It's rough.
fun.
Like it's fun to start if you're a survivor, but it slowly becomes rough if you're infected, because now unless you drop your attack insert somewhere nearby without dying while you're scratching the scratchy thing, they tend to respawn you. So here would be the survivors, right? The 10 survivors that are left. You and 6 other people will spawn over there somewhere. And now you have to run. And the entire time, the clock is ticking. You're getting bored. And then they have guns still. You don't. So you die immediately. You spawn back over there in Kansas.
Oh,
And you have to run all the way back again.
Yeah. This is a lot of running for an infection mode.
Yeah, so it was kind of a pain in the ass, to where it's like, okay, you're going to make this playable for a giant infection. You need more players.
yeah.
That would have to be like I'd say at least 50 or 60 people if you're going to use a giant. It's the map for not Conquest. What's it called in Call of Duty? Game battles, not game battles. Fuck.
War.
Ground war. Yeah, so
war from World War II, right? War.
No, I was thinking it's Conquest from Battlefield, but it's ground war here. So like if you're gonna have infection on the ground war map, which is just the expanded border crossing map, you would need more players. I think it's only 30 players for this.
No, I think it was like
30,
50.
Was it 50?
Oh my God,
it was a lot
way.
of people. It was a lot of people. I just don't think it was a ground war size amount of people. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a ground war size amount of people, because once you started dwindling down in survivors and you're on the infected again, they spawn you all the way on Planet Moose, and you have to run all the way to where they are. You don't get a speed boost. You don't get to like climb buildings faster. You don't get to deploy parachutes any faster. Any sort of travel to give you the advantage like they would in zombies. Nope. So I think they wasted a lot of players' time by not increasing the ability to move faster if you're infected on a big map like that.
All right. Okay, so Lighthouse. My opinion. Too big, and I don't think maps can be implemented good, but I don't think they made it all that great, because
they haven't made what the players where they want. They just okay. The aesthetic of it, like everything they worked on, amazing, but not really good for multiplayer's sakes.
I don't think
it's not
the
fun.
concept of having players basically go up a hill on both sides until you hit the house, whereas the highest point of the map. It can be done well, because games have done that well before, but this is not how you do it.
No.
And I think the two sides of the map where there's like either the docks or like that steep cliff, I don't think that's really needed. Those shouldn't be there. Those shouldn't be that far. Like the freaking docks, they need to be risen up, because I think they're just way too low. With this map, they went too much for elevation differences,
Oh yeah. And I don't like having the whole like storm the beach of Normandy feeling of like, okay, I got to run up these sets of cliffs, and all the while they're just like, all right, let's have to find one. Where's it gonna be?
Okay, and then we got museum. No,
museum has always been just a meh. But museum, again, if we're going down the tier, I prefer museum over Black Gold and Lighthouse just because the lights are on. But that map is just too damn big. They need to scale it down. You could literally, if you were playing Cranked and you just respawned, you're dead.
I have blown up on museum before on Cranked. I have.
Did we drop a Joy-Con? Did you drop a Joy-Con? I heard something drop.
Oh, that was my phone. Sorry.
Okay. Because you kind of turned into like Baby Yoda for a second, and then you were just man again. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. My phone's dropping. Someone's texting me right now.
Understandable.
Sorry.
Yeah, so museum, we've spoken about museum several times. Museum's not good, it's not bad, it's not great, but it's not abhorrent
It's
to
not
me.
small. That's what it is? It's not small.
Definitely not small at all. Jesus Christ. I have 2 birthdays before I can finally have an engagement with an enemy.
Jesus.
It's true.
Alright.
So then, the final map, Albaran Hatchery. Ghost.
What was that map? What was the map about again? I forgot.
It's the hatchery map.
It's the sniping mission from the story. With the 2 glass buildings that you can shoot your way into, and you can climb onto the roof.
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't remember this map.
I don't think he's played it.
remember.
Because it came
Like
out
I
with
said,
the mid-season.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember at all. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really pay attention to the whole season 3 content because it was boring.
Yeah,
So
I don't blame him. But here's my opinion on it. Just like the season, it's boring. It's just boring. I think the only plus I saw someone put in any sort of form or comment or whatever is that, hey, at least I can get my long shots done.
Yep, that was great to see. It's like all of a sudden I was playing on it with Mikey like a week or so ago, and every single person pulled out a marksman or a sniper rifle, and we were all just standing on top of one of the buildings like, oh, okay, this is toxic as shit. Because between 6 of us, somebody's gonna die. I'm gonna swap to a regular gun now, so I don't feel such an asshole. But I'll give Albaran Hatchery a mid rating, like a mid to decent rating, just because it's better than the other shit that we got.
Oh yeah, I do not count Shoot House or Shipment as DLC maps. They should have just been in the game at the start.
they should have.
They just should have been there already. So
Yeah,
that
I'll
was
give it
season 1 wasn't. I don't count it.
Those are the OGs. Okay, so Albaran Hatchery, I'll give it a mid to decent, just because it's better than the last 4 that we spoke about. And if you're just using it for long shots, hey, use it for long shots. Can get on it. Try to get a long shot with the full auto D. Bet you can't.
Right.
Whoa, shit. Okay, while I readjust myself, you bring up the thing that you said needed to be thinged.
All right. This is the big topic of what we wanted to do this podcast for.
Yep.
Don't mind me. Don't mind my butt.
We want to discuss Activision's recent actions in terms of the XLab project, SM2 project, and with the potential for us to lose plutonium. If you don't know what we're talking about, these are client-made, I guess, server browser / mods for the community, so they can safely play PC Call of Duties. Like we're talking BO4 and below.
And
BO4 and older, yeah.
Yeah.
These are clients that people can browse servers made by other people, and they can play whatever Call of Duty they feel like, whether it's on Plutonium, where you're wanting to play MW3, Black BO2, Black Ops 1, or Ghost. You can play those games safely and enjoy them the way that they were meant to be played, without worrying about DDoS, without worrying about people getting your information, about people hacking games or boost servers, nothing like that. You can just play Call of Duty as it was intended and have a good old time.
Yep. Now,
X-Labs was one of these, and they got a cease and desist.
Before you keep going, before we're going into like the details. just to give a little bit of a background, a lot of players were leaning and relying on these clients and projects because, let's be real here, Call of Duty, though, over the course of the last few years, has not been great. And so to keep all these Call of Duty kids playing Call of Duty, that's when X Labs and Plutonium, like it started with Plutonium, and next thing I know, Plutonium has the resurgence of trick shot sniping. I'm seeing a bunch of these old school phase guys actually go into some of the classic trick shotting spots in BO2, popping shots off. You see a bunch of other people playing MW3 Plutonium because, hey, that's their favorite COD. You can go back and you can use an actual MSR. It was a way to get back to the old school games because you still wanted to play Call of Duty. You just didn't want to play this one.
No. The inferior
Definitely.
Call of Duty.
Right.
And so as Dravo here just stated, about a week and a half ago, the SM2 client that's been in production for a couple of years now, for free, by the way, it was nonprofit, just received a cease and desist letter from Activision themselves, so they had to shut down the entire project and close their doors.
Now, those that don't know what SM2 was, it was a fan-made, nonprofit Call of Duty, or fan-made Call of Duty, basically. They were working on progression systems, maps, fucking hundreds of guns, and it was basically going to be its own little, I guess, another game. Not like Plutonium or X Labs where you can just unlock things and just have fun.
It's supposed to be pretty much be the successor of Call of Duty Online, pretty much.
Basically.
Because, Call of Duty Online had, like, pretty much all the guns that are from the other Call of Duty games and smashed into one. Or, like, everything.
It was basically
as Call of Duty is known for.
A best of Call of Duty.
Better example, if y'all don't know what COD Online is, maybe COD Mobile. That can refresh you better.
Yeah,
COD Mobile, pretty much, it's like that.
I wasn't very familiar with COD Online because that shit took off for like a fucking year and a half straight.
Yeah, no, it's been around since like for 3 pretty much, and it's been around for a long time. It's still alive, but died on around 2020 because COD Mobile pretty much took it over. So, rest in peace to COD Online.
So here's the more gray area because especially on like Twitter and Instagram and any other social media platform where you could yell at somebody, it's been a mix of opinions on. Was this like the correct thing to do? So from a legal standpoint, and again, I'm being completely unbiased here. I'm just simply stating what was said online from people on both sides. On the one hand, you have people saying perfectly fine and justified because they are using the likeness, they're using the name, they're using anything that's Call of Duty related that they have claims over. This is absolutely
using the assets, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, they're using the assets.
And this is absolutely infringing, so they are within their perfectly logical and legal means to do so. But then there's the other side of people saying, but this game isn't fun. Like, the game that you're wanting us to play isn't fun. We don't find it fun. And this was a way for us to still enjoy your title without actually playing this title. So, I'll give my 2 cents here. A couple of content creators have said the same thing. A lot of people think that this cease and desist was just issued because now Call of Duty sales, and by sales I mean microtransactions, have gone down because nobody's playing this game. Instead they're playing old school Sims of it.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna go on the same conversation that you were talking about. Is it right or wrong? Legally, they have a right, yes, but of course, they're not going to look at it morally. They're going to look at it on their business side of things.
Money.
And when it comes down to it, these clients gave players a way to enjoy older Call of Duties, because without
Some of the
these,
best Call of Duties.
oh yeah, definitely they're the best. No hands are about to fucking. I'd still be playing fucking MW2 on Xbox if I could. Like, here's the thing. It gave players a safe way to play their game, because if you try to go on these games on PC without the client, your shit's gonna get hacked. Your information's gonna get leaked. People could get into your shit, because these are host or client side servers. So as soon as you connect to people, they will know your IP. They will know everything on your computer. So that's why people wanted these clients to safely play the games that they know and love and still enjoy to play today.
Mm-hmm.
But now you've gotten rid of that option. People are not going to be playing your games. This gave people a way to still enjoy and populate your game safely. But now that's all gone.
Yeah, to play your game, but just not this game. Because again, MW2, is it better than 2019? Arguable. But so as I said to him a couple days ago, do they have the right to do it? Yes, they absolutely have the right to do it, but it was not the right thing.
It was not necessary. It was not really necessary to do it, because
let's
what's
be
the point?
real.
They're not
I was about to say,
let me get in this shit, because I've been.
That's what I was about to say.
I want to speak. And I'm gonna stand up for this. Hold on.
Oh,
They better
shit,
capture this. My ass hurts.
I got a camera on him.
I've been so fucking pissed the fact that this SM Square project I was so interested in, because I got really sad the fact when COD Online was shut down, and because I found a way to actually get access to it at the age of 14, and I was going through some sketchy shit with the Chinese words, this and that, and finally managed to get my way to finally play the COD game that I've never actually seen before. That shit was fun. Their campaign mode was fun. Their multiplayer mode was fun. Their zombie modes was fun as shit. It was so much fun. Zombies had more content, more fucking content than the current Call of Duty that we have now.
Yeah.
It's so fucking insane. And I don't give a shit to reuse stuff. This is something that we've been wanting for so long. I don't give a shit. Now, with the whole SM Square stuff, yeah, the whole game's just gonna be a whole reused project, which, you know what, I don't give a shit. That's fine. I love it. I love having more and more weapons you can check out, and I love that the people that are working on these, or I think it's probably some people that I would probably know who they worked on, and it's insane the fact that you can be able to have more modes you can choose from, more maps from the other Call of Duty games, more weapons that are across from other Call of Duty games, and they're trying to do the approach of Warzone, where you could have the exact same weapons that are from two separate games and have it as a class. They were trying to do that, and I guess they couldn't do it because with the whole copy paste yada yada. But though they improved so much with this project, and including also a music track and specs for all the other old guns. That's something that we have never fucking seen before, by the way. That is awesome. And making it still feel and play like the classic Call of Duty that we used to know. But just imagine Modern Warfare 2 now, but in the old classic style way, and mashed together. You have the operators, the weapon customization, and everything that we currently have now, but the gameplay of it is the classic Call of Duty. Imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that.
I agree.
Holy shit. It's this is still the same Call of Duty that we still played, but with the upgrade of it, I'm dude. And then, look, my thoughts are, the reason they did this, it's just my theory. It's everyone's theory. They did it because they're losing players, and and they're not making enough money from their bundles and everything, or that they said in their thing, I already said in the first thing, that their game was going to be free. And it's nothing like how X Labs, you had to buy the new Call of Duty to get to play the X Labs because you had to get the installation to play it. But with SM Square, it was a project that you can play for free, which, play for free? That means, so piracy. Okay, we can't allow that. Like, we're getting rid of that. It means we're not going to make any money. But it's so fucking insane, the fact that, like, bro, why you guys give more of a fuck about these old games? Even though, like nobody's gonna fucking play your new shit if you just do this. And like, come on. Now with X Labs recently this week, that shit got taken down. But like, they still make money. They still make fucking money on the X Lab stuff because they had to buy the new Call of Duty to play the new shit. And how the fuck they will have the authority to just ban it still? Like, people are still buying your old game to then play the client that person or the fuck the group of the people who made it to play freely and safely. But no, they just like be like, fuck that, because we know the fact that there's some games like AW and Marvel Remastered, which are the only two COD games I think I know that had microtransactions on it. They're still not even making more money from the supply drops because there's a way you can still play the game and have literally everything unlocked. That could be the reason why they had to take that shit down. And it's like, now the only fucking Call of Duty that we have right now that has a client is Plutonium. Plutonium is the only fucking project left, and they've been every day on Twitter been counting. They're doing the whole zombie round like shit of how many days it has been since X-Lab's been shut down because they know they're fucking next. Everybody
looked at them immediately.
It like the first look the SM Square and X-Labs like got cease and desist on Monday, the same day. So tomorrow is Monday. So what the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow?
As of this
recording, today is Sunday right now. Tomorrow is Monday, May. What is it? Oh fuck!
May 29th. What is it? May 28th right now.
May 29th. It's also, by the way, 2 days. By the way, till the Tin the Tap Man and the Nick Mercs bundles are coming out.
Yeah.
Now with that, I don't think. I mean, okay, look, honestly, more people are going to probably buy it because Tim and Nick Mercs.
Yeah.
But just imagine what's going to fucking happen tomorrow. Now, I pray, even if it does happen or it doesn't happen, look, I'll pray because Plutonium is the only client that we got left.
Yep.
And like, I don't want to just see it go away. That's it.
Plutonium has outright said. Yeah, Plutonium has outright said they've been DMing and finding any way to reach out to Activision saying, what can we do to make you happy and allow this to stay? Yeah, the problem is Activision has yet to respond.
No, they're not, because the Twitter of the Activision account, they don't talk to nobody. Nope. It's just a literal robot that's talking to them. That's it. Yep. Like, I don't give a shit. Just like the YouTube Twitter account, they're a robot. And like they can't do shit about it. It sucks. They can't do shit. It's insane. Like, and the thing is, look, I'm more into playing the new CODs, and like I never get the chance to ever play the old CODs. I always have. Whenever a new Call of Duty that drops, I would just go back and play the old campaigns and go straight back to the new. Like, I love doing that. But that's like the one hobby I like to do, because like, a returning franchise that's coming back, like Black Ops, for example. Okay, I'm gonna play from World of War to BO4 and then to the new one, pretty much. Like when Cold War came out, like before it came out, I immediately went back to World of War to BO4. Because honestly, I know that BO4 doesn't have a storyline, but still is kind of connected to the whole Black Ops series because of the Operations HQ thing. But there's still like some lore here and there, and also the same thing with the zombie storyline also. And with that, I'm like, oh, okay, now I know what's going on. Now I get to play the new one, and then pretty much the whole thing was a reboot, pretty much. Well, for zombies, pretty much. For zombies, pretty much, it's kind of a reboot. But like, new timeline, here it is. But and then same thing with Modern Warfare. Oh, okay. Play the old legacy to the new. Okay, there you go. And then there's 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 2022. And then just... And now I can't... I'm too scared to play the new CODs now. I'm too scared, man.
It's getting to the point where it almost feels dictatorial of like, you're forcing me to play this game that I don't want to play. And like like going off what these guys said, because like 3 days after a week after they nabbed SM2, they immediately hit X Labs, and you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You still had to buy the game first, but at the end of the day, I hate to say it like this, Activision cares about numbers. They saw that where we're dipping in player base on this game, we're seeing a surge of people playing Call of Duty on these other games that we own, but they're not playing the game that we need them to play.
And that's the thing. That's like maybe a couple, like couple thousand. That's nothing. But
no,
they'll probably give a shit more about that than anything else. Because that's a couple thousand.
You know what just sucks? You know what just sucks? Because it's with the whole like controversy going on with YouTubers that are getting kicked in lobbies, losing their credit cards, losing their YouTube accounts because they were playing zombies on BL3. And then that's when the X Labs team was like, "Oh, let's fix that for you." And then they brought a big update for BL3, and they just released it recently, just so that people can still play COD Zombies or multiplayer or whatever safely, just so that they can make more content or more views and this and that for what they like.
Yeah.
Now that's gone.
Yeah.
Now that's gone. That shit is gone now.
Shit,
it
I
sucks,
love
man.
BO3 Zombies, but now I'm scared to even fucking play
That's
it.
like the only COD. That is the only fucking COD that everybody loves playing, and mostly because like I miss zombies. We all miss zombies. Like Cold War Zombies was fucking amazing. Or unless some of you don't like zombies. I don't really care. I love it. I loved Outbreak. I love the round base like returning and everything. I love it. Even the fucking that one mode, Onslaught. And then how like the little mode where you could play the gunfight maps, and it made the map so much like survival, pretty much, like the game of survival from BL2. It was so much fun. And recently, there was a new map that was coming out, and it was such a big news because this is the first time we're actually getting it. Outbreak on the BL3 engine. Imagine how fucking cool that is. And the map is taking place on fucking Transit as an Outbreak experience. And I was so fucking hyped for that. Then that ship came out. Like, oh my god, dude. That's gonna suck so much for these players, man.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for it, but that's gone.
Yeah.
Now there is ways you can play BO3 safely because it has something to do with you had to install a patch on your BO3 game in order to play the game safely. But there is a way you could do it. But my best solution is just VPN or go offline. That's all I got. But with that, you can't really play with your friends. Much. And you can't do anything.
And on top of it, if you go offline, you can't play, I don't know, player-created worlds or games. Yeah. So it's like at that point, without X Labs, you can't do it safely. And I loved playing modded zombies, but now I can't because I'm just scared to do so.
Yeah, you're forcing people to have to buy a product just to play this one client, just so people can experience a little bit of nostalgia. But there is another theory that started floating around a couple days ago as to why they might potentially be doing this, and hence why Plutonium is probably going to end soon.
Yes.
With the soon-to-be almost finished merger of Microsoft Activision, because we're getting so close to closing.
That's the thing. Nobody okay, like what you said, like there's no mention of like, hey, what's gonna happen when this deal closes? Like, is like Microsoft gonna be like, I was like, hey, let's back it off. But thing is, we don't know. Hell, they might probably do the Halo approach they did. But they release every Halo game, all the Halo games in one package. Okay, yeah, and you have to buy it.
But that's the thing, play everything. Some people have said that they might do that, but knowing
we don't know
with Activision and how much shit gets leaked and all that, there's been no mention of that. So we know about the MW3. We know about the next Call of Duty after that. We know shit like 5 years in the future of what the fuck they're planning, but we have not heard anything of that. So I don't think that's what's happening. Yeah, because they get their shit leaked all the time. At this point,
that's just a theory. That's what everybody's talking about. And I don't know.
It's a theory, but it could be probable because there's this pretty little thing called NDA where it's like, okay, we can't talk about it because it's an actual deal in the making.
That has not stopped most people from learning shit.
Oh, let me fucking finish the sentence. Fuck. So now, if this deal were to go through, Microsoft, all Activision is wanting to do is make sure that Microsoft gets handed this pretty little package with a bow on top. Because Microsoft, all they have to go is, wait, hold on, why'd you sell us this game? And now there's all this other bullshit happening that has your name attached to it. We're out.
Mm-hmm.
And Activision does not want Microsoft to back out. Activision wants to let go. So their one chance is we might have to take everything down for legal reasons, but then also, as you said, like they did with Halo, allegedly they might be remixing, remastering, and lumping together all the old Call of Duties, which, well, that won't happen for a while. That would take a long time. But if it meant over the course of like the next, let's say 5, 6, 7, 8 years, with the new Call of Duty, we get a remastered Black Ops 2 or remastered Modern Warfare 2 2009.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of okay with that. Now, is that happening? We don't know. We're not going to know. Like that's the shit part. But the step one is I really just want Microsoft to take hold of this fucking company so that way we can finally be in the hands of somebody who gives a damn.
Yeah. Oh, so can I just point out this bit of just weirdness and how they're really trying to push the Activision merger? They've recently put on a Microsoft Store Activision game sale. All Activision games and the Microsoft Store were on sale. The really fucked part is that it was on a lot of old Call of Duty games were on sale, and there are security risks if you play those. So, so people were buying games. The people that don't know anything about this, and they could be potentially having their shit taken because if they decide to play on these games, they're little security risks.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I first heard, like, if you buy these games through Steam, it's a security risk, and your IP and your bank account information could be at stake. I was like, never mind. I'll just stick to popping in the disc into my old console and hopefully finding a game. Which I've been lucky to find a couple games of free for all on BO2. It's not great, but because they're all usually hacked lobbies.
Yep,
hacked lobbies or somebody's playing Money Zombies.
There's a lot of
Money Zombies is always fun.
Yeah. That's why I've been any chance that I got, I was playing BO2 on Plutonium because I'm gonna make it last as long as possible. I want to play this as long as I still have it because BO2 is my favorite game or favorite COD of all time.
Oh yeah,
and I've been enjoying playing BO2 again so much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said just simply say like Activision, you, whichever camera, hi. The people at Plutonium are trying to reach out to you because they want to make you happy. They want to keep this as legal as possible and keep it within legal means. They're trying to reach out to you. Pick up the fucking phone, answer the door, let them in. For the love of God, I honestly hate to say it, if you take away Plutonium from these kids that are like Plutonium is their last thing that they're hanging on to, that is Call of Duty. Like Plutonium is their last straw. If you take away Plutonium, you lost like an entire fan group. Yeah, it might only be a couple of thousand people at a time, but then they're going to start reaching out and saying, this is why we don't want to play anymore, because your games suck and you took away what we had left.
They're trying to kill old Call of Duty. They're trying to really push this whole next generation of Call of Duty thing. Because then they're just killing off the community at this point.
You know what's just insane? The fact that they care so much about people are playing the old CODs this left and right, but but I love the fact that they're not even focusing on me.
Nope.
I'm ripping literally thousands of fucking dollars worth of their skins to put into this game. I mean, I'm the only motherfucker that's doing it, and they're not doing jack shit about it. Just imagine that, and imagine if maybe I'm probably the reason why that some of the players in VR chat are not buying the new bundles because of me. Because I'm ripping these models left and right. So they're pretty much losing money because of it. And it's hilarious. Just think about it. I don't know how the fuck I didn't get cease and desist yet. I'm waiting for the email. Come on.
We're going to knock on some wood right now.
Come on. Give me the cease and desist. Come on, man. I'm waiting. I'm right in the open. Come on. That was my phone.
Not again. Because ultimately,
Going
especially
forward.
since you're alienating all your entire fan base, because your entire fan base knows that the game sucks. The only thing that
Yeah, they
keeps bringing
know.
people back
Yeah.
is you bring in new skins and new and
Yeah.
new weapon blueprints. Like Tim the Tab Man and Nick Merckx getting their own character skins. Though cool, I know I'm
That's-
definitely getting Tim's.
was
That was going to be your saving grace of okay, you're about to have a bunch of people come back because now they get to see their favorite content creator on Call of Duty. But once games like, and again, I don't want to use the term COD killer, but I will definitely say when games like X Defiant and the finals and CS:GO 2
Mhm.
come out, a lot of people are about to shift from your fucking game.
I'm one of
play
them.
something else.
Mostly X Defiant because X Defiant is pretty much like
Like a Call of Duty.
like
It's the COD like.
it's the COD like of what everybody fucking asked for.
Exactly.
But though, like, and you know what? They can't even do anything about it because the people who are working on it are the same people that worked on the old CODs. They can't do
Exactly.
shit.
Mark Rubin, what's up, dude?
Because especially with like with X Defiant, the finals, CS:GO coming out, and the Titanfall client, because Titanfall
North
Respawn doesn't
Star.
know that's a client.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
fucking
I
game.
heard.
That's fun. I played that. That
yeah.
was really fun playing Titanfall 2 again.
So there's definitely now going to be a lot more options of video games for gamers to play when you get tired of Call of Duty. And I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
God, that time is vastly and rapidly approaching. Of shit or get off the pod. You either have to start listening to us, or we're gonna go away. Like the one thing we're asking you is to listen to us. Thank you for the bundles and the blueprints. Thank you for making me watch CDL so I can get a blueprint for free for watching 2 hours of CDL. Thank you so much. But you're not hearing what we're saying. The problems are your maps are boring. Okay, most of your maps suck. Outside of I'd say 2 that aren't shipment and shoot house, your maps are horrible. Your gun balancing atrocious.
Exactly.
So like,
I mean,
what,
dude? Like a big little shout out to like Reed. Reed's one of the people that worked on the visual effects stuff for the bundles. He worked his ass on these amazing bundles like the Dr. Balakov bundle, the one with like all weed and shit.
Yeah.
oh, he worked on it?
The ritual one and 2, and then some other bundles that he has done, even including the Seuss one that he did, the $30 bundle that he made, and it's well done. Like he did his absolute best on it. But what I hate the fact is that he's getting shit on Twitter because he thinks he puts the price up, or he thinks the bundles that come with it are other dog shit and not even just the skin itself. The guy only works on just only the skins. He doesn't give a shit about the other stuff. It sucks seeing that.
Yeah.
And like I like his work. And like recently there was someone talking shit the fact that the recent bundle, the anime bundle that came out, the Notice Me 2.0, the traces are well done by the dude himself. My shit's gonna die. Turn that on.
We're getting close to time anyway.
Yeah, no, I turned my thing on, but he worked on it, and then someone was talking shit the fact that there was a loading screen that was in the bundle that was pretty much a cropped of a calling card that already exists that you can just get for free. And I hate the fact that this fucking dude who I follow, by the way, literally was talking shit to the dude. And I'm like, he didn't do this. He didn't even bother to give a shit about the calling card or the loading screen. It's probably some random ass fucking worker who worked on the stuff that got really lazy and just be like, oh, let's just slap in an existing calling card as a loading screen. Call it a day. I'm like, dude, I think he's also maybe a manager on the whole bundle situation, but he's really good with like everything he's worked his ass on just to make the game like as fun as it looks. But though with Activision, let's increase the price a bit to $30. There was supposed to be a new bundle that's supposed to come out for Ghost, which is the Pyro bundle, which is Ghost on Fire pretty much, like Ghost Rider.
Yep.
The skin was kind of meh, but when you saw the reactive of it, it's well done. But you know what sucks? It's $30. And I'm not going to spend $30 on that bundle. I'm not. I'd rather like
most of the bundles is $20 or more. That's like most of the bundles. It's very rare where you find something good and that's under that price. All the ones that are under $20 are mid or just meh.
See, if I'm going to spend $30 on a bundle, which I have, I can admit that. Everybody knows that about DJ, but there was a lot with it. There was a skin. I always make sure that the 2 guns that I get are guns that I actively use or could potentially actively use. A loading screen, a charm, an assassination. I make sure all that's there. If I'm spending $30, I'm not just going to spend $30 for outside of 10 to Tap Man. Sorry. A skin and 2 guns. No, not worth it.
No, it's not.
No, I mean, shit,
It's
even
really
at that, even at with all that included in the price, I'd still say that it could do with maybe $5 less. Why did we jump from 25 to 30? Like, god damn.
If Activision knows we're gonna buy it.
I ain't sure
It's
shit
insane.
ain't.
We already had existing like reactive fucking operators before, like Core and Vanguard. We literally had that one fucking skin that was like the skin I ripped, and it was just the desert like monster looking motherfucker, or like the Horseman Apocalypse, where the fuck someone commented on my TikTok, by the way. I see you, motherfucker. So it was $20, and the special thing about it was that they have little like sandy smoke and a fly all over your character, and the more kills you get, the more sandier it looks, and it looks pretty well done. I'll give you that. And that shit was $20. And they upped the price to $10 of the same exact shit we already had with this game. And like, what the actual fuck? And we had ultra blueprints also, like with the anime gun that fucking plays like a radio and had a little anime girl on the side. Sucks, by the way. No one, do not commission me that. I will fucking murder you. And then some acid trip fucking gun that literally like spills out acid out of the gun. The Terminator that literally has electrical shit that pulses through all over the fucking gun, and what the fuck, and it shoots pretty much like the sounds from the actual guns from the movies. That's like well done. $20, by the way. Now we have $30 bundle. Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. I'm gonna rip shit, and I don't give a shit. I'm gonna rip more shit, and I'm gonna just be like, fuck your bundle. I'm just gonna rip it myself and make it like 10 times better. I don't give a fuck. Like, go fuck yourselves. That's it. I'm not spending $30 for that piece of shit.
So also remember, at one point, reactive camos were free in BO4.
They were in BO4. Yes, they were free in BO4. Like, what the fuck? They were free if you have a supply drop randomly, and then boom, you get a reactive for free, or without even spending any fucking money.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, it's also remember the feature of camo mixing that they said was going to be in the game.
Oh yeah, camo mixing. What the fuck happened to that? That was supposed to be camo mixing. Because like in the promotion
that they do it
like,
with their bundles.
In the promotion we had, like when they show gold and I think platinum mixed together, and it looked like, okay, that shit looks pretty good. Or even Orion and plutonium mixed together. What happened? Oh, it was a rendering fucking error. Get the fuck out of here. You wanted this. No, you didn't. You're fucking it up.
No, we
like,
know
you're making this like, bro. The more I'm sorry. I want to keep going at this. I want to keep going, dude. The one feature, like, look, the recent game that came out was Outlast Trials.
Yep.
I didn't really like it, but though I love playing it with friends, and then the more I kept playing with my friends, I started liking playing by myself. The one feature that I love that Call of Duty has never even done, and this is the only game that I see that's doing it, is that if you beat a trial or any trial that you beat, you get a random drop every time, either legendary or epic or blue, anything, and then you don't need to buy that with your actual money. You can buy that with the actual fucking currency in the game itself, and it's free. Everything is free, and I love it. I don't know why the fuck that game doesn't even have that. I like, come on, man. Like, fuck.
As that's about to point out, not only is camo mixing not in the game, but they mix camos for their bundles.
Oh, like the recent CDL one?
Yeah.
Where they had diamond shit over it and gold?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, like, what the actual fuck? Come on, man. And plus, it's the reused diamond camo from Warzone.
This is Call of Duty Jerry Springer.
How fucking lazy are you?
They're
like,
reusing
come on.
mastery camos. They did it with Obsidian. They did it with In 2019 gold. What's
Okay. 2019 Go was a throwback. I'll give you that. Like, it was a little bit of a throwback. But
did it with Damascus? What do you mean? There's a whole character covered in Damascus.
Oh yeah, even that one. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, the Pepsi Man. I forgot that Pepsi Man exists. The Pepsi Man Damascus. I don't know. I don't know. Look. Fuck you, Activision. Honestly, you're making this shit more and more fucking worse with your product and everything. And you're making Infinity Ward bad. Even though we see Infinity Ward as a lazy piece of shit, like game developers that don't listen to the community, and you're making this shit more and more worse. If I swear to fucking God, with Season 4 that's approaching very soon, we have pretty much 16 days, or I think 17 days, till Season 4 is going to be announced later on and then release. Look, I'm going to still try it, but hear me out. I'm not going to give more of a fuck about any of the content. I'm just going to be doing me by just grinding out the battle pass, by being AFK in a DMZ lobby all fucking day until I pretty much completed it and done with the game. Hell, and fucking, I'm just going to just be me, just ripping models, getting the weapons, etc., and make money out of it. So that way I can either use that money to buy that bundle that I want that's on commission, or use it to buy food, because I want food. God damn, I really want food right now, actually, matter of fact.
I told you, ladies and gentlemen, it was going to get explosive, but I think it is a good point for us to start the process of concluding.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't say sorry. I remember I said this during the last episode with Lazy. It's like, get ready for that Call of Duty talk, because between these two and me, we can say some shit, because it's, again, I gotta preface this. This isn't derived out of hate. There's no malice behind our words. We're just passionate COD players that want nothing but the best for this game that we've been playing for a very, very, very long time. And it sucks that the fact that Call of Duty currently is not in the best state. Hence why people went to go play these other clients, because they still wanted to play, at the end of the day, Call of Duty. So that's where we are right now. And we just want the best for COD. But we're about to conclude. We're about to wrap things up, because it is about that time. It is outro time.
Mm-hmm.
We have made it. I honestly think when Season 4 comes out, maybe even like at this, like a week after Season 4, maybe even into the mid-season, we should come back and do this again. We should absolutely come back and do this again. I'm just gonna stand fuck it, right? Okay. But
I was gonna say, for that, we could just make it a tavern talk.
We could do a tavern talk. Whatever way, but I think we should absolutely come back and do this again. Because this was fun, this was explosive, this was cathartic, it was therapeutic, it was stuff that needed to be said. And please let me know in the comment section below, like, if you agree with anything that was said, if you disagree, tell me why you disagree. I want to hear what you guys think when it comes to like Call of Duty in the state that it's in right now. Like, are you happy that the clients got taken down? Are you with us and saying it's bullshit? Let me know. But we're going to go around the circle of the round table, and we're going to get the guys' last thoughts, comments, concerns, questions. We're going to try to keep it as PG as possible. Well, we're going to start down here with you, Ghost. Final words that you want to say to the people.
All right. Not really much. Just pretty much don't fucking play. Don't play their games. Just don't play their games. That's it. when we make them feel bad, don't play their new games at all. Honestly, still find a way to play the old CODs as you like, but try to be very, very careful with the security risk and everything. Or maybe find there's like an alternative way to be able to play the game safely without any hackers or whatnot. Please be sure to just like go through some research everything you can that you can find a way to play old CODs without having any hacker issues. If not, just go offline. That's the best you can do, pretty much. But with all that, I think maybe some people might want to know like what I've been doing, but I'll keep it a little bit short because I really don't have really much since I'm on a month break, I would say, from home avatar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, with everything, I have been very slow with ever since I took a break. And though, since I heard the announcement of Metal Gear Solid 3 Remastered being officially be happening, and thank God it's coming to Xbox. I got really worried if it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
Same. When I saw PlayStation Connect, I'm like, oh no.
And
Well, thank God. They announced on their Twitter that it's going to be a PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
they got a PC.
Not Nintendo though. Not Nintendo though. I'm kind of surprised, but it would make sense because I don't think they can handle it. But anyways, look, this guy here that I made, he will be the poster boy for my new world, pretty much. And with the world's sakes, things are going to be a little bit changed up of how I do avatars. Like I'm gonna try some new stuff as I think things through. Like I'm still gonna be who I am, like guy who rips avatars from the new games and yada yada, and then put them to here. I'm still gonna be me, and now I don't really have much to say. Oh, matter of fact, I got something. Oh. If you are interested in, if you're still in my group on VR chat, I would love to at some point. Love to open up a private world of my new world to give y'all's opinions, pretty much. To see how the world plays out, give me your opinions, see what you want added in or this and that before I do intentionally release it. Basically a beta. That's it. There's a beta for just a basic alpha, pretty much. A little shit. If you're interested in that, just be sure you're still in my Ghost's Avatar World group on VR chat, and and then if I feel the urge to release it, I will let you know. So just keep an eye out. And yeah, I'm glad to be here with the NoSkill podcast again. I've been really wanting to talk so much about Activision because honestly, I've been randomly on Twitter all day about the fact that this shit was all happening and this and that. And I just never even get the chance to ever get to play these clients. The only thing I get to play with the client was just Modern Warfare 2 X Labs, and that was it. And then I think later on, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered it in because, at the time was the first COD that I started to rip ships from. But though, that don't matter. Look, thank you guys for letting me be part of this.
No problem.
In this podcast, talk about the thing. And yeah, I'm going to start talking. And yeah.
And I know I've said it every single time, and I'm going to say it again. You, Lazy Arbiter, have an open invitation to come on here whenever the fuck you guys want. So, Lazy Arbiter, shout out to you guys. Get at us if you want to be on another episode. We want to have all three of you on here and cause some chaos. Let's make it happen. And next on down the bench, Brendan.
Okay. Let me just get into my actual attire here. So, listen here.
You were the Rocket Man this whole time?
What?
Oh
you like me?
So, listen here. Listen here, okay? I'm going to pick up this camera now. Listen here. Activision, get off of Treyarch's ass, having them fucking help with every other fuck up from any other developer. Like, sorry, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, I swear, you are cutting Treyarch so damn thin and short. They're the last hope of any Call of Duty. Let's be real here. And you constantly are putting them on other shit's progress. What is that? Okay. They cannot get their own shit done because you have them on other projects for other people that can't get it right. They did Ranked for Infinity Ward. They did Zombies for Sledgehammer. They even made a whole game in little over a year
during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, because Sledgehammer and Neversoft or Raven Software cannot get their shit straight.
No, hell no. Honestly.
Other than that, fuck you, and that's all I'm gonna say.
That is a generic. Yeah. Fuck you guys. This and that. Remember the time when VR chat was like fucking, with the whole NGG shit? There was loads of fucking videos of, no offense, bunch of furries just saying, VR chat, what the fuck are you doing, man? It was just whole NGG this and that. I don't know, some shit. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. But I kind of sad with the mom menu thing. I had the whole mom menu thing, this and that. And the only thing I really care more about is like, I want to just fly and have a cool loading screen. That's the one thing I really much miss. But anyways, I'm done.
So, audience, did you guys enjoy that face full of horned snout? That was great, wasn't it? I was checking my nails the entire time. But final closing notes from me. Again, we're not meaning to sound like we're slandering or hating on Call of Duty or Activision. Oh, well, actually, yeah, we're absolutely hating on Activision.
Definitely.
But ultimately, this is coming from a place of love and compassion, because whether it comes from Infinity Ward or Treyarch or Sledgehammer, or whatever developer has access to make a Call of Duty, we just love Call of Duty, and we want nothing but the best for Call of Duty, because I want to keep playing Call of Duty, and I'm an old man. Okay, yeah, I'm not a hot cat girl. Sorry, immersion broken. Mwah. Anyway, we love Call of Duty, and I want to keep playing Call of Duty. At no point do I ever want to say I'm never playing Call of Duty again. I don't mind taking breaks from COD, but I never want to have the words "I'm done with COD" come out of my mouth. So. It's coming from a place of love. COD currently is not in a good spot. Maybe with this Microsoft merger happening soon, like getting closer and closer as each day goes by, maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen to COD tomorrow. Again, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about all this, because this was a heated debate. We're probably going to come back on here at some point and do this again. So get ready for that one. And once again, also get ready for 2 years of no skill, you mad lads, all of you out there. You guys are cute. But in proper fashion, just a heads up that down below, there are some buttons in the comment section. I suggest that you do whatever you want to with them. Ashtamas, matani, goodbye. We will see you later.
Bye.
About those.